Yep, hit it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to... It's too early. It's 10 a.m. We should all still be in bed. Luke here, it's 6 p.m., something like that.
No,
5 p.m.
5. It's
5
5.
p.m.
Relax, it's not that bad.
Fucking hell. What is this, Richcraft? It's not the evening. Conscious is a good place to start. Then caffeine. You're almost human. Yeah, I know that one. Feels like midday. Whiskey Viking. Yeah. See, I wish I had whiskey right now. Oh, I do have whiskey, but it's too early to drink. But yeah, we're here. This is a special one. So a lot of people who come to Empire will know. Brenza, thank you so much for following. So as many of you know, I got bot raided a while ago, well, a couple of weeks back, and it took me over the magic 1,000 mark. I'm now back under 1,000 because all the bots have been banned from Twitch. So I think I'm currently at 999. 999? Yeah, 999 followers. Yep. So one more, and we get to that magic 1,000 again. So, but it doesn't matter, does it? Got coffee, Nutella breakfast bar, and wheat crunchies. Nice. Been up for 5 hours. Yeah, I've been up since about 5ish this morning as well. So, 1,000th follower gets a prized potato. No, they don't. They get pride in the knowledge that they're my 1,000th follower.
Send him a pair of socks. Go on.
No, fuck off with the socks. Fuck off with the socks. Jesus Christ. No, it's too early for sock talk. You're just gonna set chat off, and it'll be
yep, that's the
everywhere,
idea.
and I'll be done with it. I do apologise for not seeing it at E1, but I shall be at E2. E2 already booked in. That's awesome. That's awesome. Everyone is welcome at the bar. Fuck's sake. There's the socks. There we go. Jim Bob, you've let me down.
Yep.
I need to have conversations with people's parents. But yeah, so everyone who comes to Empire has heard. For fuck's sake, Pete. Everyone who goes to Empire has heard of Concord, because there was a lot of gossip surrounding Concord. Do they even know what socks are down under?
Fuck off.
There we go. See, yes, I'll take that as a yes.
How dare!
Hi Ollie, I've seen the Winds of War. Going to need a bar. Yes, I've seen the Winds of War as well, and I laughed a lot. So Luke, you might not know. In the Winds of War, one nation completely lost an army.
Yeah, I did actually have a little squiz at your latest one, because we're going to get ours this Sunday at training. It's going to hit online, and we're going to have paper copies. And I'm fucking terrified. And the fact that you had an army get annihilated.
Yeah, it's I cracked up. I did a lot of laughter. There was a lot of laughter coming from me when that happened. Because every single military man was wearing knee-high socks and huge knee-length shorts. It's the rules. It's true story. So there was a lot of talk going on about Concord when a lot of Aussies came to visit, and they experienced LARP, and I'm pretty sure there was meetings with Matt P had as well, and members of crew, because this was all a precursor to setting up Concord, wasn't it? This is from what I get anyway.
Yep.
So, to be honest, I'm doing this in a bit of a backward order, but I'm definitely not a professional. So, Luke, so this is Luke, who runs the social media and things for Concord. You do the content creation. It's easy if you tell everybody what you do. And
yeah, I'll do that to save the buttload of confusion. This is like 90% my fault, so don't worry about it. No. Basically, I don't run anything in Concord, full stop. I run nothing. I basically just chose to start making like doing Twitch streams, and eventually it'll be pre-recorded stuff of going over stuff about Concord. Much like a lot of the Empire podcasts and such do now. Basically the same thing. Covering elements of the game, covering stuff that's in the wiki, covering different elements of the lore, talking to different players about what the games have been like. That was basically the entire goal. That all stemmed from the wiki is big. People don't have a lot of time to read it all, beyond other group of people, and myself included. So I figured, fuck it, I'll do video, audio content for people to just chuck on in the background, and it can just run, and they can listen at their own leisure. That was the plan. Yeah.
So you're the Australian version of me. It's just that my beard is on the top of your head. So that's cool. That's really, really cool. I mean, you pick up a lot more information this way, and you help a lot of people out. Mm-hmm. So it's a really, really good thing to do. I have got Luke's Twitch details. I will... Oh, I can just link it. I will just link it, because it's easier.
There you go.
So... I'll just do that. Yeah, apologies, the video feed will die because I just don't know why. There you go. So
that's all good. Laziness is the mother of necessity.
Yeah, and I am very lazy. So there you go. That's the link to Luke's channel there. So, yeah, I did have ideas about it, guys. I mean, I want to start. I'm going to ask you a personal question, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I put my foot in it in chat the other day because I've always put my foot in it, and I asked Luke to send me some photos, completely forgetting that Luke is actually blind, because I'm a dumb cunt. I have to ask, being at LARP and things like that, how has Concord and how is LARP in Australia generally? How do you find it includes you? How do you find that you have access to more things, or do you find that is it a detriment? Or do you find that everyone's goes out of their way to actually to help? I have to ask the question, because if I don't know, I don't want to assume anything. So
no, excellent question. I had a feeling you were gonna start with something like that. So baseline, when I first started LARPing years ago, it was what had basically happened is I'd been informed about LARP from a couple of friends of mine at the time, and they were saying, "Oh, you should go, you'd be great," because I have a very kind of analytical, kind of tactical mind. So it's like, yeah, you'd actually be good for like war planning and such. It's like, okay, but I put it off until eventually I got my house, which I'm in now, and I couldn't put it off anymore. So I said, fuck it. Jumped in the car, got a lift, went down, and this was going to a LARP called War Hearts, which does not run anymore.
Right.
This was a once every 2 week battle LARP.
Okay.
So it didn't have any between. It was purely just this is everyone make your own factions, your own war bands, go off into these fights, get objectives, smash the other players, win. Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah.
At the time, non-coms were basically like their own class, but every ability was pretty much just passive. You didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great. In a twist of fate, that era 2, season if you will, ended pretty quickly. Right. Before they went into the next one, so they didn't last terribly long. When the next thing kicked in, we had Warheart's Ganglands, which was more of a cityscape style. Everyone's just playing gangs in a city, get control of different regions. Regions have different effects. But most importantly, if you were a non-combatant, there were abilities in the depending on the class you take that gives you abilities you can use that are either passive buffs or a side of battlefield usage. So you stand on the edge of the battlefield and you do stuff.
Yeah.
This is the first time in Warhearts non-coms were actually really, really useful.
Okay.
So I exploited the fuck out of it. Because of course I did. Because I realized a very useful ability was you could upgrade a basic monster in that area to a elite monster, or vice versa. Coupled with a feature that let you target 2 things instead of 1.
Right.
So I just upgraded basic monsters to elite monsters, because you can support other factions as well, a limited number of times and such, basically. So I went, okay, I don't like you. Have 2 more of this horrible thing.
Okay, that's pretty good then. So they've essentially made non-coms OP.
No, because it wasn't even that OP. Because it was still fairly limited. It was just, it was funny. Like one of the basic units were like a sewer rat, and the upgraded version was a rat king. So it was funny when a bunch of people were going off the fight, and they had enough control where the rat kings were basically going to be on their side. I ran over to the marshal and went, "Oh, real quick, I'm supporting this fight. No rat kings." So they have to go off to the guy that was in the Rat King suit and go, "Sorry, there's no Rat Kings." Whilst he was mid-chanting, "Rat King, Rat King." Like getting into it and then being told, "No Rat King," that evolved into Rat King. Just being very sad. Just, it was silly. It was, the fact that it was that useful so many times was dumb. But there were more combatants than there were non-combatants. Yeah. So it was powerful because there weren't that many of us. So doing that also a big part of that as well. I know I'm rambling a bit, but such is life. There was also a between fight element. With ganglands as well. That had currency, it had resources, it had a bunch of different stuff, councils and things. It was actually rather intricate. It ended up falling apart just because the game was a bit broken, not for the non-com reason, for other reasons, which sucks, but it was still good. It was the first time in LARP I actually felt useful. Right. From there, I took a break. I wasn't happy with how that LARP ended, so I just said, all right, I'm just going to take a break. I was also doing a bunch of other stuff at the time. My health was not great. I have like sleeping issues at most times of the year, so my exhaustion was so bad around the end of the year. At one point, I was almost kind of collapsing. It was not good. No. So I went, nah, taking a break, cut a couple of other things out of my schedule, went, cool, I'm just going to give it a bit. New Warhearts started. It was Warhearts Conquest. Went back to the whole big factions, going into new land, sort of go take areas, hex grids, all this jazz. Yeah. Is basically taking ganglands and upgrading it. A lot of the non-com stuff was still there. It was tweaked around and made better. There was a lot more interaction abilities requiring factions to work together a bit to do cool stuff, which is awesome. But there was no faction I liked that I wanted to join, and I tried to start a couple. Nothing was really happening, so I went, nah, bugger it. Give it a break. So that passed for a while, and then the word about Concord started to bubble, and then when the draft rules for the like items and the lore and the potions and all the different mechanics started coming out, I started getting really, really over the moon excited, because this is what I wanted when I came to LARP. I wanted to do stuff. I wanted it to be a world you walk into and you live in for a long period of time. It was exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
Not just a combat focused.
Yep. Exactly.
So you've actually got the social political elements to the game, the economic elements, so you've got a full-on world.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was what I wanted. I didn't come to the first game because I was a little too a little too nervous because it would have been my first weekender. So I missed out on that one. A bunch of shit went down at it that would have been fun to be in the middle of, but at the same time, it's fine. Second game of that year, however, I decided with like a month or so left, I went, all right, fuck it. Because it had been pushed back because of COVID and because of other events that were happening at the time, to literally be happening day one was a day after my 25th birthday. So I figured, fuck it. This is a treat to myself. Asked a mate to make me a robe, threw a bunch of other shit together, went and had a fucking good time.
Yeah.
Didn't do a whole lot. Well, no, that's a lie. Actually, that's a very big lie. I got involved in a lot.
Yeah.
I can say that. And it was great. And I was hooked. It's like, nah, that's it. This is what I want. And I've been in it ever since. So,
yeah.
Do people kind of go out of their way to get me into stuff? Not as much in the beginning, aside from the people that already kind of knew me. But since that point, and I've started to establish myself a bit more, that's happening more and more and more.
Good.
So,
that's
it's good.
Cool.
It's great. I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier.
Good. That's really good to hear. I like to hear like the positive sides of LARP and stuff like that. And it sounds like there's a lot of positivity over there for things. So
the biggest downside is navigating site is so damn annoying. That is the one thing. Because they've changed the layout every time so far. Every single time. So I can't even, like, cement a solid map in my head.
Right, okay.
And because I'm a prideful bastard, I have a thing about asking for help. I've been trying to get over it for years. But that being said, I've got... Yeah, it's a problem. However, with the advent of new technology, I've got some software I'm going to trial when I go down there in a couple of weeks for the summit. Because I'm going to see, because it's it's essentially like procedurally generated, well, not procedurally generated. It's an AI-based navigation tool.
Okay.
So I'm going to see, they're designed to be used indoors, but I'm going to see how well I can get them to work outside. And if they work, and I can get to and from different things without too much trouble, navigating the our hub town, which is Passage, not Anvil, although I like Anvil more. Anvil sounds cool. I also love Passage. What am I saying? What am I saying? Passage is awesome. What am I saying?
Passage is just there to be ridiculed. Have you gone down the back passage? You know, loads of jokes.
It's funny. We've not actually had too many of those jokes.
Really? I need to come over and just literally do it. That's it. It'll make my entire character.
We all like Passage. That's the thing. We all like Passage too much. That's the problem.
I've heard rumors.
But yeah, it's good. If the tech works, navigating it is going to be a lot easier.
That's cool.
It means if I hear this scream for medics, I'll be able to actually get somewhere faster.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
That sounds really good. Yeah, I'll look forward to hearing how that goes, because I think something like that would help a lot of people at Anvil as well. If it's, I mean, how big is the site? How big is your passage?
There we go. I was waiting for you to get there. I was like, no, let him get there on his own.
You know,
he's a grown boy.
Wow, yeah.
So again, you're asking a blind man how big something is. I couldn't fucking tell you.
But you can say how long it takes for you to walk, say, from one side to the other.
I couldn't even tell you that.
No?
Like, I got specific places I go, man. I will say it is nowhere near the size of Anvil.
Okay, because I remember because I was looking at the site and I've seen, like, the map, the layout and everything and things. It's quite interesting. Yeah. How green was my valley? How big was the passage? Thank you, Dawn. Passage is in a farm paddock. Town holds around 200-ish people. Thank you. Cosplay. Thank you so much for that. That's cool. I think it's more interesting to hear about how many people go as well. I think that gives a better example of size.
So, I think it's projected we may, for this game, with including our academy, our 5 nations, our NPC team, and the Concord team themselves.
Yeah.
Where we may hit around 280.
Nice. So how many were there at the very beginning then, out of curiosity?
I want to guess probably around 140 or so. I'm probably wrong.
No, I mean,
it's probably more, actually.
It's almost doubled in size then.
Oh yeah, it's exploded.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's such a cool feeling to just walk into the center of town and just not do anything for a solid minute and just hear everything happen. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah. So 120, Camper Cosplays just said 120-ish to start off with.
That sounds about right.
So, yeah, so it's over doubled in size then, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's fantastic growth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, really cool to hear.
We've hit a lot of really good stretch goals, like having the academy, which is basically a way to get younger, like kids and such into LARPing. It's all structured. They have their own houses, basically. There's different stuff they can do. It's good. The academy's really, really good. It works so well.
Yeah. So Pete's asked, have you found any other barriers to LARP in Oz other than physical combat, or have you found it quite accommodating and inclusive?
Interesting. Excellent question. Kind of, yeah, a little bit. So it's not really a barrier you might expect. Or that being said, what am I saying? You probably do. Is in every community there are cliques. There are always cliques.
Yeah.
Groups of friends gather together, whether in-game or out of game, usually both. So when you're someone new kind of entering the zone, you're kind of an unknown quantity, so it takes time for you to get sort of established into things, kind of what I was saying before. So the barrier is really just getting involved with stuff, getting into different groups and things. I've been pretty lucky. I cemented myself in decently well with a lot of folk. It also helps that I'm beyond my occasional bullheaded dickishness. I'm generally pretty likable, and I like a lot of people. I find it really easy to like people.
Challenge accepted. Fucking hell. Right.
Oh God. Oh Christ.
That's good though. That's good that everyone's accepting.
Yeah,
and
it's tricky. Yeah, but it's that's the hardest part. That's really the only real barrier. Beyond that, it's not that hard. It's just you got to understand how the different social systems work, and once you kind of have that under lock and key, you can wrap these folks around your finger, no problem.
Okay, that's cool. So I mean, you've got a group and you fit in, so that's really nice to see.
I wouldn't say I have a group. Actually, I have different people in different places of whom I am in and out of game friendly with, which for me is excellent, because especially for Concord, as some people may know, I'm very much like a spider sitting in the center of a web. I know a lot of things that happen.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Pete says it shows that wherever you go, LARPers do be LARPers. So that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Beth's asked, how does Australia LARP season work? Fest LARPs here tend to be outside of the coldest months, but as the heat can be really dangerous over there, is the height of summer avoided?
Yes. For the most part, yes. So our Concord summits happen, one is in June and the other is in September. So we're in more the colder half of the year. Though the September summits have been routinely very, very warm and very balmy during the day. And the night is unforgivably cold. It's not even like a damp cold, it's a dry cold.
Yeah.
It It's awful. But we generally don't have LARPs running in summer. We used to. Like War Hearts would run during summer and such. We don't really have LARPs that do that now. I don't quite know why. It's probably because of the weather. Just because it's hot. No one likes it. But yeah, we avoid... So Concord also only has 2 summits per year, 2 Empires 4.
Yeah.
So, because, you know, we don't have a company running our LARP. Like, you fuckers, you fancy fuckers. You don't know how good you've got it.
Well, we used to have 4-day events, but now we're down to 3-day events. But we do still get 4 of them. So, you know, poor us and all that.
Yeah.
Take my bits.
Yeah, brag about it.
Thank you very much, Dolly. 100 bits. And yeah, the flu is going, mate. The flu is going. I am feeling a lot better. Dawn says we're keeners. So Brenza's just said it certainly helps that Luke brews some amazing drinks, so it's very easy to be friendly.
Oh, here we go. Here's a crawler. Going, oh, I can butter him up. I might get a discount. Fucking
plate armor in Australian summer is a bad time. Yeah, I can imagine. I wear plate as well, and it's important to note. LARP culture and events varies wildly from west coast to east coast in Australia.
Yep.
Okay.
Can confirm. East Coast is a lot more. They're a lot more brutal.
Okay. So is it a lot more just combat focused, or is it a lot more? Well,
yeah, but also just like so we got a lot of like safety stuff here in the West.
Right.
Whereas over there, they're I guess how would I explain this? So easy example, they have headshots, we don't.
Right. Okay.
Easy example. There's a lot more that is allowed over there in terms of, in comparison to us, what could be considered a lot more rough.
Okay.
That's really it. And yeah, like a lot of battle LARPs, just because, especially in Victoria and such, like you don't really have anywhere to do really big stuff. I think the only one that's big, it's not Sword Quest. It's something Quest. Someone in chat can fucking answer the damn question. I don't know their stuff.
It's an interesting one that it's safety focused, because I mean we at Empire you are allowed headshots, but it's only if nothing else is available to be hit, and you've got to be very very careful with it. But they've even put out a warning saying that people aren't pulling their blows, and there's a lot of combat issue at the moment going on at Empire.
Sounds about right.
So, Swordcraft.
That's what it is, Swordcraft, thank you.
Okay. I've got a 4-day event at a different event this year. Never went to a 4-day Empire. I'm going to learn. Yeah, 4-day events are... Yeah, it's a different kettle of fish. It
sounds it.
They are a lot of fun, but you are even more exhausted when you come out the other end of it. But I miss them. I do enjoy them. And I had a lot of fun at them, apart from when we had the -10 event where people were getting frostbite and falling into fires because they were so drunk and stuff like that. But in Australia, there's stereotypes. So in the catering area, is there always... For fuck's sake, Pete. Okay. It's Australia. There's stereotypes. So, in the catering area, is there always a Barbie on the go? England wants to know, and is it shrimps and snags?
Okay.
I can ban him. I will ban...
No. I'm going to answer this because I'm an adult, and I don't stoop to childish jokes.
Pete lives in childish jokes, unfortunately.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. You lot shipped all your convicts over here, so all we've done is evolve the skill tree. You're still on level 1. We've leveled up. We're beyond you. We're far beyond you at this point. So, is there always a barbecue? The answer is at War Hearts there was always sausages going, because sausage sizzle is an easy thing to do. Were there prawns? The answer is no. Which is, I find that interesting, because a Christmas time tradition for my family is we do bacon wrapped prawns, cooked and then served, fried up and then cooked with served with like various dipping sauces, and that's quite nice. But no, we don't do the stereotype. At least not the prawn thing. The barbecue stuff. Everyone, when it comes to Concord, especially, everyone makes sure people have food. That is a very big thing everyone does. Everyone makes sure everyone has something to eat and drinks water, and stays hydrated. Because, the community has learnt well from past mistakes.
Yes, I think that's a common LARP issue, though. People not looking after themselves properly. I know I'm so guilty of that myself.
Yep.
Where I drink too much, and it gets to like 5 o'clock in the evening, and I'm fucked already. I'm already done. I haven't eaten enough. I haven't drunk enough water, and things like that. So we've had quite a few questions, quite a few comments come through now. So Rich has asked, how do you make LARP monsters feel scary when you have to deal with sharks, spiders, and drop bears in real life?
That's actually that's a question I can kind of answer. Even though that's kind of a joke question. The reality is, when you get so invested in a fight, and I can confirm this because I've been on one fight, so far, and you don't give a damn that it's someone in a silly costume. Like, that is a person running at you with a weapon, and they're going to beat the tar out of you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't care. It doesn't matter.
No. Okay. Because when I had a chat with Epic Armory in Australia, and we were talking about this, and because funny enough, Concord came up in that conversation as well, and we were talking about different like kit standards, weapon standards, and stuff like that. Because there is a few boffer LARPs in Australia as well that I'm aware of, but they're more of a club thing than an actual proper roleplay thing. It's just more you turn up, have a scrap, you're done. But he told me that it's not really the spiders that you have to worry about. It's is it the centipedes, the millipedes?
So interestingly, here over in the West, I would actually say it is probably all the spiders. The many-legged bastards are in general just a problem. Especially the centipedes and millipedes and such, because like those fuckers can get anywhere. They can be a real problem. One of our biggest issues actually is ants.
Oh right, okay.
Apologies
to everyone in chat if you don't like insects and and stuff like that. I didn't think of that.
I'm amazed I'm keeping my cool about it, actually, because I'm an arachnophobe.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders. The best spider is a dead spider for me. I must admit, when I was younger, a friend had bought a tarantula, and I did kill it. It didn't go down very well, but it had escaped, and it was on my foot, and I just reacted, and I trod on it.
Yep. See that? Yeah. I applaud you for your fight reaction. I would have not moved, started having a panic attack, and even when it was removed and put away, I'd still be having a panic attack. It's not good. I'm not a fan.
My fight or flight generally, it's like 99% of the time is fight. So we have a tick problem.
You do.
We have a tick problem. So I have been made aware that someone got bitten by a tick at our last event, and it hasn't gone well. They are on antibiotics. They are doing fine, and I have told them to let PD know. So and we had Hornets in 2019 as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember that because I know one camp in the Navarre. Yeah, the toilet Hornets. They were interesting. one camp in the Navarre. Oh, they'd literally lived there. It was disgusting. We can get Lyme's disease from the ticks, but in Australia you get death from literally anything. Even the chickens have teeth there. Yes, this is very true.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a camp in Navarre who, when it came to the Hornets, they decided to open up cans of cider and set like a perimeter around their camp, thinking, oh, this will keep us safe. No, it attracted every single Hornet in the area.
Yeah, it's sugar. You just open cans of sugar.
Yeah, it was insane. So, and I know that because a load of the crew for PD had to go in and take these cans, and they moved them to an area that the farmer designated and just put them all there. So the Hornets were another part of the field. So, but there's they live there. They've got nests.
Yep.
And everything. So, hey Panda, yes, the toilet Hornets. What a point to tune in. We also
don't fuck. Yeah, don't fuck with the wildlife. They don't take their hits.
No, they really, really don't. We also get the bog beast in the toilets as well. Which is something that was made famous by Smith from over here. He basically, this is going to be very crude, chat, and I am sort of sorry, but I'm also kind of not. So basically, someone had a massive shit, and it wasn't in the toilet.
Oh.
And this thing was huge, absolutely huge, and they did that, and they just left. It was
God.
So that was pretty bad. But the old toilets from old Empire used to get blocked constantly, and they were bad, really, really bad. To the point of if it was hot, you could smell the toilets a mile away, and you just didn't want to go there. You didn't want to go there, but thankfully that's all sorted. PD have done a wonderful job.
That's good.
The new toilets are great unless you're of a larger build, I will say, because you can't fit in the cubicles properly. So
that is both unfortunate and somewhat hilarious.
Yeah. I am aware of someone who goes to. They drive to Tesco's every morning, and goes and uses their toilets there as well. And I think it's a great idea. I am tempted to do it myself because you can have a proper little clean up, get some food and drinks, and have a McDonald's breakfast. So it's good.
Oh, that's the life right there.
It's a win-win.
100%. Golden arches in the morning. Yeah.
We had a during the -10 event where it was so cold and our tent got destroyed by the wind. After the first night where no one slept, so for the second night we all went back to a friend's house whose parents lived like 20 minutes away. They had hot tub, everything. So while everyone was in the field freezing, like we were posting on Facebook saying we've got Dominoes, some pictures of us in the hot tub and watching 300. We had a whale of a time. So that was fucking wonderful. I loved that.
That's fucking awesome, and I love it.
Yeah, Beth says drunk Brits are occasionally going to be drunk Brits. Sadly, you have to step into the toilet bowl to shut the door. This is true, Pete. You have to step in pretty much into the toilet. So.
Oh wow! Okay, when you said small, I was like, okay, I've been in some small cubicles before. Okay, doing that.
Yeah, they're not great. I have to stand down the side of the toilet and then close the door.
Yeah.
And then I have to.
I was just thinking about technique.
Yeah, and it's not fun. It really, really isn't fun. So, but amazingly, the portaloos, the little singular portaloos that you normally get on like building sites and stuff.
Yep.
They got loads of those all over the place. They're great. They have become the go-to toilet for me now because they're bigger, and because they're a little bit of a walk away. Oh my god, Beth said that. So Beth is tiny. If you imagine the smallest person you could ever meet, and she's half their size probably. They are too small for me when I'm full kit and I'm tiny. That's what Beth says. You have to Mission Impossible up the walls to get in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you kind of hoist yourself up in the wall, kick the thing shut, latch it, and then lower yourself down. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
They're not great, unfortunately. You know, there's an issue when the Portaloos are preferred. Very much so. So I hope PD. Well, I know people email PD all the time and tell them this sort of stuff. So that's quite interesting. So
you're getting feedback, so that's good.
Yeah. I know PD watch this sort of stuff as well. So because I normally get an email on occasion telling me off stuff that I've said and things. So I generally have to de-kit a little bit before going in and having to fish up my coin purse. Oh dear. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to Concord because we've spent 10 minutes talking about toilets.
Yep.
So
that's what I expected.
So after a load of people from Concord came over to Empire, and then they came back and they've done an amazing job with their wiki. There's so much information because when I first heard about Concord, I had a look at it and there was not much there. And now I had a look at it. I was reading through a lot of it this morning. I'm so proud to see Cake Economics is still there. That's wonderful to see. So, so the selling and trading of goods at Concord is exactly the same as it is at Empire, which is fantastic. So, how does Concord work then? Because Empire is obviously it's an empire and it's split up into all of the nations. I know Concord is a similar sort of setup, isn't it? When it comes to comparing.
Basically, yeah. Concord is, I would say, very, very similar, but simplified and slimmed down. That is the easiest way I can describe it. So we have a Senate, we have our War Chamber, we have our Shard Circle, which is our congregation of mages. We have our church. We have our exchange, which is where we have all of our strategic resource deeds doled out, and then a bunch of other stuff up on auction, which can be stuff from players or just items that can be thrown out into the world, some fun different things. And then there are, of course, your realmic. So our nations, we call them realms, to clear that confusion, because I know that's going to be a thing. For the most part, yeah, it works very, very similarly. There are differences, of course, but for the most part, they're all more or less the same. The biggest difference, I would say, between Concord and Empire, the biggest difference, is your priests do not exist in Concord. Those mechanics are generally not there.
Right.
Instead, your arcane realms and the mechanics related to them have been pivoted over to priests. They are called something different. And other than that, they're very, very similar. And they're obviously like recontextualized to be different things. And our religion is the Church of the Divine Spheres.
Okay. So you've got different spheres.
Yeah, we worship
in the religion.
balls. Yeah, we worship balls.
So passage is quite an apt thing. So at the end of your passage is a load of balls.
Kinda, yeah. Hang on, here's the better part. There is a massive empire that exists in the world of Concord, in Astera, that is the Artabazan Empire, where this originated. They are the Empire of the Balls.
I fucking love this. This is amazing.
Yep.
Someone clip that, because that's epic. That is, mwah. That's too good.
Yep.
Oh, we've already asked
I realised that immediately.
Question, hun. Oh, we've already done that question. So my wife has just asked about the seasons, and does it get too hot to play? But yeah, she can watch it later. That's oh my god, I can't get my head off of the balls now.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one. There must have been a point where they were sitting down talking about it and going, so we're going to call our capital Passage, and we've got these balls that they worship. No, answer your wife, Steve. No, I don't want to answer. But I can't. I can't get these balls out of my mouth at the moment.
I'll be a little more. So I'll be a little more specific to kind of help. So the spheres themselves are not sentient.
Okay.
We're not actually. We're okay. From what we have been told by the founder of the Church of the Divine Spheres in the Ardabazani Empire, who's long dead now, they're basically six spheres sitting in the middle of space, in a different dimension. They all have different colorations and such, with a bunch of souls flitting around. Some of them go through them, some of them don't. And there are beings that are embodiments and sort of living lessons and aspects of the spheres, which are our heralds and our eternals.
Okay.
So the spheres themselves, not sentient. They have a... They're not sentient. They have a sort of an inclination, but they themselves are not sentient at all, and
Right.
it is heresy to say otherwise at this time.
Okay, well, we like a bit of heresy. There you go, hun. Brenza has answered your question there for you. Thank you for doing that, Brenza.
Yeah. But yeah, we worship balls.
Okay.
It is... Like, I knew it the second I said it. When I started reading everything, like, the passage thing didn't even hit me. It was just that, like, we worship fucking balls. Balls sitting in the middle of space.
Yeah.
And there are beings of those balls.
That's just wonderful. I just gotta love how focused
They
they
have to have
seem to be
known.
on heresy. I know.
They have to have known.
They must have known. They must have been a group where they sat down and went, so we've got balls, we've got a passage. Well, they should meet. That's just so good. That's just too good not to have. Beth
Yep.
asked a really interesting question. What's your favourite bit of Concord lore?
Oh, fucking hell. All right. So, that's a heavy question, because I'm one of the people that combs through the wiki for stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And whenever we get new information through our sort of like lore gatherer titles, I'm one of the people that starts plugging in that information everywhere. I'm connected to a bunch of people that are doing the same thing, because I'm connected virtually fucking everywhere. And it's all good. I love mysteries. I love the mysteries of this world.
Yeah.
We have a dragon running around, apparently, that hasn't been seen for a bit, but there's a lot of different things pointing to where it is and what it's been doing.
Okay.
There's stuff in other nations that we've not really interacted with yet that have really spooky named shit that's just sitting there. We don't know what it is. So it's the mysteries. It's all of the mysteries, because it's just, there's so many, and they're all interesting. But I will give a more solid answer. I would say a piece of lore I particularly like, just because it's kind of, I don't know, I guess I could call it fascinating, is what the hell was it? Right, it's the connection between two of our specific nations.
Right.
There's a very interesting connection. Those nations are Andash and the Greenweald. They are basically neighbors. The sands of Andash roll into the wood of the Greenweald, but there is a particular figure within the lore called the Witch. It seems to have a connection that seems to be a connecting thread in them both.
Okay.
And there's is so much. It comes back to the mysteries. I love the mysteries. Fuck it. Final answer. Mysteries. Love mysteries.
There we go. Okay.
They're good. They're so good. They're tantalizing.
Yeah, that's good. I suppose when it comes down to a lot of things like that, it's the more you deep dive into the lore, into the wiki and things like that, you find this one little snippet, one little mention of something, and then you can go on from there. So it's like, for me, I've just recently discovered that, because I've been playing Empire since the very beginning, and I never paid attention to it, but it's only been in the last year that I realised that Empire actually has a god.
Yes, I heard you speaking about this prior. Yeah, it's interesting.
And that was fascinating to me, out of character. So I thought, oh, okay. So I've made it in character. My goal is now to find this god and to have a word. Maybe kill him, her, who knows.
Yep. Give him the hard word.
Yeah, and that. So, yeah, it'd just be a laugh at the end of the day. Just say, yeah, he found God, and he's not come back yet. Right,
so
a great way for a character to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm in a similar boat. So I mentioned the witch. Yeah. I like a few other people. I would love to just have a conversation with this individual, but I want it to be I just want to somehow be able to send a letter to this being, to say, hey, I'd like to have a chat, have some tea and have a chat at some point. Let me know if you're interested, and just to go off into a minor conflux, to just sit down and have tea with this horrifyingly powerful entity we know not a lot about, that could basically be the equivalent of Baba Yaga.
That'd be cool.
And just have tea and see what happens. Because, I'm a nobody. I'm a veritable nobody in Concord. But I'm in this weird position where I'm like, I would love to have a convo just to learn things, come back and say nothing. Nothing at all.
That would be interesting, yeah.
It would be funny as hell.
So, yeah, I think something like that would be good. Steve, you have enough ICD substances now that you could probably very quickly find God. That's true. If I took it all in once, yeah.
All the chaos fruit.
But yeah, well, I've got my chaos farm now, so
yeah, you do.
I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of that. It's so something that's been on my mind, because you hear different things and stuff like that, and you get a lot of rumor and a lot of hearsay when it comes to LARPs and stuff like that.
Okay.
My favourite one that I have heard about Concord is that Concord is set in the same world as our Empire. And
interesting.
Empire is here, and Concord is literally on the other side of the planet. It's the equivalent of the UK and Australia.
So, I know nothing of this.
Neither do I.
However, it would not I would not put it past the team to do that exact thing. It would not surprise me.
No, nor me. I would love that to happen, and it would be a lot of fun. So if we're able to get a lot of people to come over to Australia, to come to Concord, it would be great fun to be able to bring, for some reason, our Empire characters. There'd be something to happen. We've gone through our Sentinel Gate and arrived into your passage.
That's gonna be like you're gonna get arrested immediately.
Yeah,
you're gonna get locked up right away, because we're like, who the fuck are you? And how the hell did you operate the Waystone?
Yeah, that'd be it. It would be it would create some really interesting plot, and it would be an immediate this is it. A new connection, a portal will open at Gatwick Airport. Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that if PD and everybody got together and just went, okay, yeah, we'll allow this to happen once, but it will be when you come back, you forget everything, because you can't bring any information back. And when
you're gonna get arrested by the fucking the border police is gonna get you immediately.
And when you'd step through, you'd forget everything about your own world. You wouldn't remember anything. So you cannot. There's no information sharing whatsoever. It's just something that's happened, and you've completely forgotten why. So it'd be a nice little holiday for your character.
Yeah, it's a fun idea.
I'd be well up for that. But
God, you fucker, you would have such a good time on the Rona Mare.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a horrifying thought. I want to delete that from my brain right the fuck now. Oh God.
So yeah, so a goal for the Hefty Firm then is we're going to get a party together and we're going to go to Concord. I would love to go to Concord. I've been talking about going to Concord for a very long time anyway. And that would love to see them be brought in as a nation. We could have an ambassador too. See, that would be very funky. That would, having an ambassador back and forth and stuff. But I think both games would have to change a lot of stuff. Well, no, they wouldn't really. I don't know. It's up to that lot to discuss, and they probably already have. But yeah, that could be quite. That'd be very interesting.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun and silly.
It would be fun. It would be very, very silly, especially if I went and did it, because I wouldn't take a lot of stuff seriously. I'd be there to have fun and to enjoy myself, because it's a holiday. LARP's a holiday at the end of the day. So yeah, so just cause, what's the Concord equivalent of the sock meme?
Okay, I actually think I can answer this.
My God, why did I read it?
So, what would it be? Because there's actually there's a couple of things it could be. It could be. Okay, it's either the throne, or no, it might be Crystal Manor. It might, like, everyone goes on about Crystal Manor. It might be Crystal Manor. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of different things it could be. Yeah, there's a lot of different things it could be. There's a lot. There's... Oh, no, toasted sandwiches.
Toasties.
Yep. Collapsing the economy with toasted sandwiches.
That sounds kind of perfect, to be honest. I'm getting the feeling that this is very much a... when I started my channel, I thought this will go on for a little bit, 6-7 months, and it will be COVID will stop, and that's when it will go. And now, nearly 3 years later, and you realise how big the wiki in the world is. It just keeps on going on, and I'm getting that same feeling now that I was when I started. So Brent has just put into chat. So if anyone is interested in the Concord's 5 realms, so you've got the green-wheeled baronies, forest-dwelling monster hunters, Andash, desert nomads keen on capitalism. Okay, so that's Navarre and the Brass Coast. So that's links. That's interesting. Lerona Mere, former slaves that recently won their revolution, live in a massive port town. So it could be Imperial Orcs, I guess.
League. They're the League.
They're the League, are they?
I would say.
Iron Valley, close-knit mountaineers and rugged people. Okay, that's the Imperial Orcs.
No. They're closer to High Guard or Urizen.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
they're Vikings. They're Vikings.
Okay, so more Wintermark then. Oh no, Wintermark definitely aren't Vikings. They're Vikings, but they're really not Vikings.
Yeah, like I shouldn't call Iron Valley Vikings. A better description is tall dwarves. So
that's Pete then. There you go.
Blasted, absolutely blasted.
Pete is definitely a dwarf, and I'm not just saying that because of some filming that he's been doing.
Yeah, and then finally Bordevar.
Yeah, Bordevar, classic medieval inspired, lots of armor. That's definitely Dawn.
Straight up Dawn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a good selection there then, and it's a nice variety. So
it's a very good variety.
So that's a good load of nations then, and then so when it comes to, because you've got the church as well, so you've got the religion side of things, but and are they split into the same sort of things that we have the virtues, or is it just you have the one religion? You have got
we have the Church of the Divine Spheres. That's it.
Right. Okay. So where everybody worships bollocks.
Yeah. So like I said, we don't have. Your priests do not exist here.
No. Okay.
We do not have those. That's not a thing.
Okay. So that's quite subjective. I can
as far as we know,
ticket numbers for the game. Oh right. Okay. So 43 Andash, 31 Bordevar, 38 Greenworld, 41 Iron Valley, 44 Lerona Mere.
Yeah, that's currently. There's some. There's some like bunch of folks that have bought tickets that haven't submitted characters yet, so the Bordevar number's probably going to go up a bit. I know the Green Valley number's going to go up a bit. Sorry, Green Wheel. Fuck. That's the first time I've ever made that mistake. Actually, I'm very proud. Yeah, so we're slated to have realms sitting near, at, or over 40 people.
That's cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. So it shows definite growth there then. And so is it the similar sort of setup to Empire then, where all of the realms are they're all camped together on site? Okay, that's good. And sorry, go on.
They've all got their own realmic archway, like an entrance archway that's in their style. To denote that a little bit more, they're all laid out a particular way as well to also denote a difference. Different set dressing, different styles, and obviously like everyone in their kit. Recently, there's been hospitality and like cultural tradition updates to them, and there's still more to roll out that have, this is a general method of like ways you'll do hospitality in the different sort of areas and how that's approached, which can also includes like examples of different food. It includes example of different kinds of drinks, different things they celebrate. It's all much like Empire. They're all sectioned off, they're all in their own thing, they all do their own thing, and it is terrifying to walk into anyone else's area, at least to me, with the exception of Bordavar. So I'm Andashi. But I'm camping with a couple of buddies of mine, and because one of them are in Bordavar, they've put the tent in Bordavar. So we've got a couple of Andashi that are basically just like hiding out in Bordavar. Okay. So I have no issue with walking out the tent, like rolling around, just like rolling up to other people sitting by the fire, like, oh, hello, Sir Knight, how are you?
That's cool.
They don't bat an eye. It's fun.
That's good.
I love Bordavar as well.
Dawn's asked, what's the art and music scene like at Concord?
It's evolving slowly.
Yeah.
So we do have what I would call a couple of bards. New songs are being made. I was involved with putting together a Concord anthem. I don't think it's been made official yet. I don't know quite what the progress is on that. But yeah, the art scene is growing. It's growing slowly, but it is growing. If anything, the brewing scene has been exploding.
I'm not surprised. I think that's probably one of the easier things to get going. Mm-hmm. So like you've got the cake economics as well, which is always going to be one of the first things. So I think keeping people fed during the day and then having some booze while you're sat around a fire in the evening, they're always going to be rampant wolf door. Oh my god. So Jason and Kylie songs, that's songs and stories. I have to admit, I was waiting for Jason and Kylie to be brought up. I'm amazed it's taken over an hour. So I think that's a really good. It's an interesting way because it gets people. All of these sorts of things get people chatting to each other. They gets everybody involved, and it gets everybody a bit of cash, and a bit of a drink.
Yeah. And that's kind of the cool thing about Concord that I noticed very quickly, and I've been noticing it more, is the way the game has been designed is every aspect of the game must work with another.
Yes.
It just does, by matter of process. So the mages of the Shard Circle have to work with the church. People have to work with the War Council, War Chamber. Senate does stuff. Like, everything connects to other things in a really cool way that means no one group can really solve a problem by themselves easily. They can. There's ways to do it. But generally, one thing involves another in terms of, like, the different government departments, basically.
Yeah.
And realms as well, because having friends to help deal with a problem is always good. And that's another beautiful thing with connections is a lot of the realms have similarities to the other realms. Some of them are obvious, some of them are much more subtle, to a point where realms like Bordavar and the Ronemir actually have a lot of interesting similarities, but no one really wants to look at it because Bordavar has a king and the Ronemir are basically the French.
Okay, so no one likes that group then.
That's not. I should be more specific. They are the French Revolution if it happened in Renaissance Italy.
Okie dokie, that makes sense.
But they're the French. They're the French. They're very loud. They're very passionate. They're very opinionated.
Yeah, bloody French. So you got six divine spheres. Anarch, change, rebellion, tearing things down and build the new. Panoply, glory, ambition, wealth, social power, helping those below you. Arcadian, the sphere of steel, combat, courage, fighting for what you believe. Servatas, community, oaths. Lumos, the sphere of light, interested in honor. Stalia, the sphere of starlight, interesting in the pursuit and control of knowledge.
So, slight correction. Lumos is the sphere of hope. That is very much faith, hope and faith. Okay. Protection of the weak. It's the faith sphere. It's the, this is your cleric, this is your paladin. It very much evokes that vibe. Interesting aspect of Arcadia to point out as well. It is also, Arcadia is the sphere of personal excellence and personal growth, whereas Panoply is exterior, it's like external sort of perception of power.
Okay.
So there's a lot of, they're also interesting, is the spheres have different things that connect them and things that oppose them. So Lumos is about the personal truth, whereas Stalia is the objective truth, the logical truth.
Okay.
There's so many fun aspects, and the spheres have also received updates somewhat recently as well, to further define the Heralds and Eternals, because we really didn't know before unless they just rocked up. We didn't really have a full understanding of the spheres themselves. We really didn't know when we really should have. We have that now, so we have a much greater understanding of them, which has led to really, really interesting thought processes. So like I was very like, I'm not, and my character is not Anarch at all for when it was what it was. Now that the updates come, I'm realizing no, also very Anarch, because it's having an update and giving more information and having more details means you have more interesting conversations and you find more aspects, which is good because we're also going to be having the equivalent of like mass at Concord as well. Some on one day and then the others will be on the other day. So we'll actually have normal church rather than quote unquote church, aka go talk about things and vote.
Yeah.
Which is not church.
No. Okay, that's good. That sounds really interesting. So Dawn runs the Rashield Festival of the Art, Rashield Festival of the Arts in Dawn. So she does a lot of stuff like that. So I'm sure that if anybody wanted to poke Dawn for help and advice with anything like that, Dawn is also a very talented musician and singer as well.
Excellent.
So she's really interested in all the music and everything, so I'm sure she would love it. To be honest, I'd be happy to. Well, I want to join the Concord Discord anyway, just to have a.
Yep, I'll send you the invite.
Because obviously, I have said to Luke that I'll if I can help with anything, then I'd be happy to do it because it's helping at the end of the day.
There is one more thing I'll throw out because it's very cool, and I want to brag.
Go for it.
My first Concord event, which was almost 2 years ago, I had an idea, and I kind of floated it around other people, and they said 100%, we can't believe Concord doesn't have that already. Stand up during public address at the next Senate and put that forward. A senator will likely pick that up and put it forward as a motion. Okay. And it was for Concord to have a festival, a celebration of the different nations that are in Concord, to help us kind of understand each other better. So I put forward the idea of the Festival of the Realms, which did get picked up. It got voted on, pretty much unanimous approval. We've had one of them so far. So each realm is randomly chosen each year after the festival to run it. And then it happens in the Summer Summit the following year. Yeah. So the first year we had the Greenweald. And we had the... Oh, what was it called? Someone in chat, help me out here. What was it called? I don't want to say Festival of Souls, but it might have been that. Yeah, so we had that. And then this year, it's Bordevar's turn. And I have no idea what they're doing, but I am wildly excited. I was excited for Greenweald. I'm excited for this because it's more culture. It gives that realm the space to say, you have this night, go ham.
Okay.
Bring it out. Do everything. Yeah, there you go. Solstice of Souls. That's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, it was great. Because I love checking out the different realms. I love their cultural differences. I love that sort of thing. So this is a way to sort of bring that to the forefront a little more and get people thinking about different things a bit more. Like a fun example, you will love this. There is now a quote-unquote sport in Bordevar called finger jousting. I'll give you a minute to have some fun with that name.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Is there a lot of finger jousting in your passage?
Not yet. We haven't had an event yet where there has been finger jousting. But the coming summit at Passage, yes, there will be. I imagine there will be much finger jousting.
This is true. Yeah, Empire equivalent. We do have virtue pegging. Yes, that's true.
Oh God! Nope. Nope.
Yeah, finger jousting in the passage.
Yeah. So finger jousting is basically like arm wrestling. You lock hands and put your index fingers up, and you have to basically push your opponent's hand until your finger touches a part of their body.
Oh right, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very silly. But it also makes sense as especially as a Bordavarian common folk sport, because obviously actual knights. Oh God, okay. There is another meme I actually should tell you. We don't know what horses are.
No, that's fine. We'd say same. We have no clue.
Yeah, we don't have horses.
Yeah, Highguard ate them.
Oh wow, that's so much better than what we have. We just have a bunch of what are basically Mongolians up north. Pretty sure it's north, that are fucking with the Ardabazani Empire and just absolutely smashing the shit out of them. They have horses. So for the rest of us, horses are like this mythical thing, to the point where people have made the joke, because we have an enemy faction called the Ilsevere, which basically are underwater fish people that also infect people with parasites. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, you know what an illithid is, you know what their tadpoles are, you have an idea. So the joke came up of saying, is the host of an illithid tadpole a host, or is it a steed? And is that a horse? Is an illithid host a horse? It's a steed, it's a mount, in a no way, could we call them horses? To which the head of the lore part of Concord, the head storyteller, openly, I believe, just said, fuck off.
See, we get a lot of similar stuff. We do get a lot of similar stuff, and we're not told to fuck off. It's just a very simple, it doesn't return anything. We had... there's a ritual where you can dream of horses, and basically PD have to give everybody a dream of a horse, and so all of these do. I think it might have been removed actually now. Chat will have to tell me if that ritual is still there, because I know PD hates it with an absolute passion.
It's so
No,
good.
it's still there, is it? Oh no.
Oh, was that there at the start of the game, or did someone add that to your ritual list as a meme?
No, it's an actual part of the game, and someone would have done they would have done an arcane projection to basically get it, see if it can be done, and yep, someone added it. There we go. So yeah, so people
good.
can dream of horses. Pete, you're on one. So we've had two. I'll read these both out for you. So Sir Knuckledeep, this year's champion of the Grand Finger Joust. That's awesome. And horse dreams or nightmares.
Oh, that's good.
That is very good.
I like that.
That's really
I
really
enjoy
good.
that.
Yeah.
If Bordevar ever has a finger jousting tournament at any point, I might see, because I'm not in Bordevar, I might see if I can try and disguise myself in other kit, enter anonymously, and just call myself Sir Knuckledeep.
Sir Knuckledeep. That's
just
a wonderful name.
Just to see what would happen.
See, that's fantastic. That would be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. It's just there's so many like you have to have known what you were doing before you chose that name, surely.
Yeah, we're just horsing around. Bunch of naysayers.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there we go. Jesus. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. How often do you stream, by the way, when you're talking about things? If you players with long faces.
Nowhere near. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a couple months.
Okay.
I've been meaning to kick myself to make more content. I will say, soon, because we get the Winds of the World on Sunday, I will likely, because what I've done in the past is when we've got it, I've done a live stream and I've just gone through it bit by bit. There is another group of people that gets gathered to go live on Facebook, and they go through it much faster, give thoughts. So I likely will be having a stream before the coming summit to cover the Winds of the World. But I don't stream anywhere near as often as I should, and I've been trying to get into the mindset to do it more. So that's a me problem. There is no real schedule at the moment.
Okay. So if people who are watching this who can't see chat and they're just looking at my face and the disgust that I'm showing at the moment, it's because of chat, basically, and all the horse puns that are currently being thrown around. I will tell you all to trot on.
Nice.
No, that was a Dawn joke. That one. I think it. For fuck's sake, I'm sure Steve doesn't mind us saddling chat with these puns. These are some winning. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, feel my pain. This is my community.
Not surprised.
I'm not.
So, let me look who's on screen right now. Is it any bloody surprise, really?
No.
The king of, hey, I'm so high on an in-game narcotic, I think I'm someone's staff.
It's so funny though. I love it. I miss it.
It is. I laughed my ass off when I watched that video. I absolutely lost it.
That's correction. This is the part of your community online in the mornings and sleep deprived. This is true.
Still sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, real thoroughbred puns today.
Oh wow, that one wasn't even clever. You weren't even trying with that one.
No. Oh, Ben's tired though. Ben has newborn twins. Oh no, that's not even Ben. That was Pete. Pete just has no excuse. Fuck you, Pete. How dare you? Oh, see, I just saw the red in the name, and that was me sorted. But no, sorry, Ben. See, I could have accepted it from Ben, but no, not from you, Pete. I hold you to much higher standards here.
Yeah,
your puns are normally.
You took him right out of the gate. Yep.
Yeah. God, yeah, I feel bad now. I'm too tired even for a bad pun. There we go. That's Ben. Yeah, he is very, very tired man at the moment. but he does have two very adorable twin boys.
It's awesome.
So you've got so Concord is back up and running in June, isn't it? The next one.
Yeah.
So
we got a couple of weeks.
Ooh, Concord's enemies. This is going to be an interesting list.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, let me pause chat there for a second so I can read it. Ilsevere, the aquatic Ilthids, essentially. Onyx, aristocracy. Ooh, necro mechanics, vampire, zombies, etc. Zekatal, forest nature cultists. Yep. Twin Blade Confederacy, human bandits and pirates. Arta Bazani Empire, slave masters, former masters of Lerona Mare. Ooh, there's some interesting ones there.
Yep. So, now here's a funny thing. I know for a fact whoever typed that, because they used the word necromechanics, they're a mage.
That's Brent.
I know that for that's a fact. You're a mage. You're a mage, aren't you?
Yeah, so that's Brent.
I'm calling it now.
Brenta has been very, very helpful to chat, so I do appreciate it. All the information that they've taken the time to type out.
Oh yeah, it's great. I was meant to take.
No,
notes.
they're not. They're not a mage.
You're not?
No.
Really? What are you?
What yeah, I'm interested. So anyone who plays,
if you are a priest, I swear to God,
I'm interested. So anyone who plays Concord in chat, I'll be interested to know what you all play. That'd be interesting. God, Panda, stop! Fair clop to us. We're still going. So Brenta is the high priest of Panoply.
Oh shit.
Okay. Brenta's brain.
Awesome.
You forgot the biggest threat to the Concord, the Senate. There we go. It's the same Empire.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's the same Empire. It's always the same. Bring down the government.
No, it's not. No, this is bullshit. This is actually bullshit.
Shelf Goblin, I am the Senate. Gah! So, the 100%. Thing is, rebel. That's it.
I hate this. No, don't rebel. Don't fucking rebel.
Oh. Yeah, everyone needs to rebel. We need an uprising across everything.
Right, so you're the French then?
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, that's the thing, though.
No, definitely not the French. It's
then pipe down.
Just got to write. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's all still going on. So, are you all set then, sorted for the next event then, for yourself?
Fuck no. No.
Excellent.
So I still have because I know for a fact someone already brought it up in chat. So I brew mead. I started brewing as of last summit.
Nice.
So I've got my brew ready to go. I've got my bottles. I've just got to bottle it, label it, and then put up my prices for pre-orders and such.
Okay.
I've got some stuff to do with my potion bottles. I think beyond that, I'm mostly fine. I was more panicking the past few summits just because still kind of new to it a little bit. I'm much more relaxed about it now, especially because I'm going down the day before the first event, so I'll have time to just throw my shit down, waddle around, camp for a bit, chill out, not worry about it at all.
Yeah. Okay. Brent has just said, "Come join us in Lerona Mere, Yeti. We have guillotines and loud bad accents."
No, mistake. I love Lerona Mere. I love them, but fucking hell.
Is it all French accents in Lerona Mere? Is it then?
Yes.
See, that would be a Digby. Okay. That's Digby. That would be the perfect place for Digby to go. You'll have to hoof it.
With the fucking puns.
That was Brenda's brain. That one was. French accents, just like I do my Irish accent. Excellent. I love it.
So, yeah,
Concord 2023
the biggest
international.
The biggest defender of the French accents is I've forgotten his name. I think I'm pretty sure his last name is Owens. I can't remember his full name because it's killing me. But Lorona Marion, he's generally been the champion from memory of Lorona Mir thus far. And his accent is so noticeable because he finishes almost everything he says with air.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
It's like it hurts. Like I want to weaponize it.
So Matt Owens, Pierre Capulet.
Matt Owens, yeah. Yes, Pierre Capulet. Pierre Capulet, eh? It's that all day. You can hear him. You can hear him a mile away.
It does sound like a lot of fun. But that's Digby all over it with the French accent. He would absolutely love it. That's phenomenal.
They do have a guillotine, by the way.
They do. Yeah, Daphne.
Yep.
I saw that.
Love Daphne.
I saw that. Yeah, Daphne the guillotine. That's wonderful. Right. So we're probably looking at June next year if people are going to come. Gives everybody a year to save and do all of that sort of stuff. Right. Okay. So then, chat. So I'm gonna aim to go to Australia for June next year. I think that would be quite fun, and I'll have to have a look. I'll have to go through the wiki, and go through and come up with a character concept.
There is a bit of information I'll toss to you now. It's worth saying. We do have a thing in place in Concord called Hotel Concord, which is basically we have a shit ton of tents that we rent out to people of varying sizes. That an out-of-state folk get prioritized.
Awesome.
So if you're coming over and you're not wanting to ship a tent over with you, I don't blame you. Get in there. You'll be able to get one. You'll be fine. There's stretchers available to get as well. Yeah, there's the town of Bonington, like a 15-minute drive away. There's water on site. There are toilets. There are no showers. I'm going to fully tell you that there's no showers.
I don't shower at Empire, so I don't know why I do it when I'm over. But yeah, water, place to have a piss. That'll be great. Welcome to the Hotel Concordia. Such a lovely place.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Hold on, hang on. I'm gonna write that down later. No, that's good.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, so a bit of the Eagles there in the morning. Thank you, Vanda. That's awesome. That's not bad. Yeah, so if anybody in the Hefty Firm fancies a trip to Australia, trips to Oz next year, then we can. Hey, I'm an export. Hand of the export. So that's awesome. No showers. I'm not galloping. I have to admit. No. I would be. Obviously, I want to go. Of course, I know you do, Ben.
Yeah.
We'll see. Regards, money. Well, my birthday is in June, Pete. That would be awesome. I'll have to do have a look at going through the wiki and have a look at characters and the realms and all of these sorts of things. Obviously, I'll email PD because if they say you can take your characters and we'll come up with a bit of a reason, then great. It will be a no, I'm sure, but
more than likely.
But it will. That'll be a lot of fun to plan characters out for that and have a look at it.
That'd be pretty good.
So Western Australia. So what was the nearest city?
To where Concord happens. The nearest that I would say city is Perth, technically.
Right. Okay. And how many days?
It's about an hour and a half.
I was going to say, how many days drive is that away from?
It's an hour and a half drive. It's an hour and a half at the most.
Okay, that's not so bad then. That's not.
It's not
not so bad.
Yeah. So from where I live, I'm about an hour-ish away from it. So it's really not that bad for me for the most part. Yeah, it's fine. I believe there is an actual hotel in the town of Bonington there. I think there are a couple of Airbnbs as well. You'd have to get in quick because I know there are Concord folks that snag those up pretty quick.
Well, I mean, I would be looking to stay on site, so
of course, I'm saying like, so you could like get here on the plane and then just get down to Bonington and stay in the hotel as a place of accommodation.
Oh, I'd stay in Perth. I'd stay in Perth. Travel down for the event, camp it out,
Fair.
and then travel back up to Perth. More than likely.
Cool.
You have to build characters with personality.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh, okay. That one's a little egregious. That one's. Oh, I think a little bit of my soul just curled, actually.
Yes, yeah. Brent said, I would suggest stay in hotel in Perth. Much more to do outside of a LARP weekend. But yeah,
there's also that.
Yeah, a week in Australia and then stay
Yeah.
for a bit and then come down.
Yeah.
You're welcome, says Dawn. But yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Can't recommend Hotel Concord enough for travellers. Bring yourself, bring your kit, easy peasy. Yeah, that sounds like what I would do, and then I'd probably do a stream going having a look at the wiki, and show off some character creation and bits and bobs and stuff like that.
If you ever need or would like a bit of a hand, kind of chunking through stuff, 100% shoot me a message. Absolutely willing to help with that.
Yeah, it would probably be more my time for that sort of stream.
That's fair.
So it'll be 7 p.m. UK time, so GMT. So that'll be like what 1 in the morning for you. Something?
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. For
It
you.
depends on the day. I mean, I might not be sleeping. I may not give a shit. So it depends.
We'll get something. We'll get something planned. I've got streams planned for a while now, so it'll probably be after E2 for us.
Of course.
Because that's in a couple of weeks now. Ugh. Personality is actually our term for incredibly minor, notable local celebrities. Excellent. Flights from London may be under £1,000, which makes it actually feasible. Oh, that's good. That's nice to know. So Beth's already had a look at plane tickets. So under £1,000. So my issue with all of this, who's ready to be a jet-lagged wizard? No, I'm not going to be a wizard. I don't want to be a wizard. I just want to be a little fighty boy.
Yeah, do that. You have a lot less to worry about.
Yeah. My issue with all of this is I'm not the best flyer.
Okay.
I don't like flying at all.
I don't like it either.
And Pete has no passport, so he's got to get that sorted. Beth is always ready to be a jet-lagged wizard. I might just play Mac, because that'll be a laugh.
Yeah, no, do that, please. No, that's actually good. And honestly, Mac would fit perfectly as a commoner in Bordevar. You would have such a good time.
Yeah, it works.
Commoners of Bordevar are lovely folk. They are the most wacky, especially the Billmongers. Oh my god, I've never met a more wacky group of people in my life.
Sounds like a plan. So I'll have to have a look at all of this, and we'll get something sorted. Low-level helicopter
100%.
just hits different to passenger jet planes. See, chuck me in a Chinook all the way to Oz. I'd love it. You wouldn't feel your body at the end of it because it would have vibrated so much. But I'd be well up for that.
Or airdrop you in over the bloody site.
Nah, don't. I'd have so much fun doing that. I'm gonna have to make another savings pot. Yeah, I will as well. Concord is the labyrinth. Or you could boat. Or that would take weeks.
I don't recommend that. Take a plane.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Matt comes through the Black Gate with an Aussie accent. No, I'm not even going to attempt it.
Don't.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get enough grief for being English as it is. So.
Depends on your accent. Like you sound like a commoner. You'd be fine. Especially for Bordevar, you'd be fine.
Common as fuck, mate. To be honest.
Hondo. Yeah, they do. They're great.
But yeah, so no, not just at the LARP. I'm talking in general. But then again, though, I think that's more of a Sydney thing.
Yeah, Sydney's a bit fucked. You'll be fine. If anything, actually, I reckon the only grief you'd probably get is probably just a cricket, and that's about it.
Mm.
Anything else, you'd be fine.
Don't even like cricket, so that's fine.
Same.
Beth could go full Stark accent wise. That could be interesting. But we'll talk about this. We'll have to talk about this all on stream because I will do this and plan character for it because I need to do it for another LARP over here that I'm going to in August for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take a. Generally curious, how would the Scottish, Welsh, and Irish accents be received?
Yeah, you'd be fine. If anything, they're just in the case of Scottish and Irish, they'll probably just go, "Oh, you like whiskey and or Guinness, right?" That's about it.
Catch you later, Rich. Thanks for popping along, buddy. I'll speak to you soon. He's got to go off to work. Poor man.
Of course. It's in the morning for you. I gotta,
I mean, that's also bad. I mean, all four of my grandparents. One was English, one was Irish, one was Scottish, and one was Welsh. So
wow.
I love my Guinness. I love my whiskey. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going on that. So fair assessment. I mean, who doesn't like whiskey? This is true. I would be a disappointment as a Scottish rep then. Yeah, Dawn likes gin. She's our resident Scot.
Oh, I can't do gin. I've had gin once. I was not a fan.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan either. My wife, on the other hand, she does enjoy her gin, but still. Anyway, so I mean, we've been going for quite a while now, so I'm going to call it that. So I think. I mean, I am more than happy to do another stream with you at any point.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Even if we'll do it on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
And we can.
Yeah, we'll work out something.
Yeah, and we can get something sorted there. Try to help you out and throw some content your way. I found Cornish gin. They know what they're doing. Excellent.
I don't know what words just came out of your chat. I don't know if I like them or I'm scared of them.
Yeah. Beth wants to hear more about the lore. For sure. So, have you got a YouTube channel as well? Have you? Or...
No, I have. There is so much shit I just need to do. Look, I've been saying it for some time now. I am an archmage of procrastinacy. It's not good. It's not a title I want to have, but it's a title I've earned.
Well, it's the only person who can deal with it, do anything about it, is you. So
yeah. All right, Dad, fucking calm down.
I know. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
That's not. Now I actually do feel bad.
So yeah, it's. I mean, any time you just do what I do. It's you do your stream, just download the stream, put it onto YouTube, and it saves everything as you go along. It's a nice one to do. I think that's why Twitch is so good, really. But yeah, so I'm going to call the stream there. Thank you so much for coming on, Luke. I mean, I really appreciate it, buddy. Especially as it was only like a off the fly from a comment in chat, and that was it. A couple of weeks back. So
yeah, that's the craziest thing of this is this all stemmed from me not being able to sleep at 2:30 in the morning, putting in something in your chat. That evolved into send me a message that turned into, oh fuck, this is happening.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck? Like, I guarantee I'm going to have people come and talk to me on Sunday saying, like, how the fuck did that actually happen? Because, like, this is nuts. This is cool because, like, when I got into, as a very last aside, when I started looking at Empire just because I was bored, I found a bunch of different folk. And then I believe I got to... the folks for to have and to roll, they mentioned you, and then I thought, all right, I'll go check out this one, and 100%, I've loved everything. It's all really good shit. You're a very good dude. I really do love what you put out. It's great stuff.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, if people who are here from Concord want to join my Discord, feel free. I think I might have a Concord channel already in there. Have I hit 1,000? Yeah, let's have a quick look. I think I'm still... No, 999.
Come on. I know there's one of you in there that hasn't followed. Yeah, come on.
So I'm just one follower away from it, so because all the bloody bots have pissed off. So, but yeah, we'll get a Concord channel going in there with brilliant. There we go. 1,000.
Hey, there we go.
Shannon! Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow.
Excellent.
There we go. The Great 1K. 0 issues. Western Australia is very multicultural. We have fake Scottish and Irish accents, so it's more likely we'll offend you. No, I don't get offended. Don't get offended. It's fine.
Yeah,
but no,
it's been a great time.
That's fantastic. So yes, we now hit the 1,000. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, let's go and raid someone. So I started following this guy. It's Pete's fault. It's TTC Craftworks. He makes a load of making LARP weapons and stuff like that. So this is one from Pete, basically. So yeah, so we'll go and raid him. Go and show him some love. Go say hi. You know, all those things. I've forgotten how to raid. So let's get that going. Raid to raid 10. Yeah, it's all good. He's got a few people watching. But yeah, just go hi. Go and show him some love. And yeah, thank you so much, Luke, and everyone in chat. I might stream this evening. I might not. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. But take care, everybody. Look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.